Hey smart people, this is me Nolan and you are watching Quantum Astronomy. I am a big fan of the Go Green project. I want to keep this planet green and protect the nature. Today we know that climate change is real thanks to modern technology. And right now most of our powers came from coal or fossil fuel. You might drive a Tesla or any electric cars and think that it's cleaning the nature as the car itself is not emitting any CO2. But the car runs on electricity, and if the electricity came from a coal-based power plant, then it's no use.
Now we know to save the planet we have to reduce carbon emissions, and I guess using renewable energies like wind, hydro or solar can solve the problem. Right?
Well, there is a problem. Look, I'm not going to talk about the obvious problems that the wind and solar don't work when there is no wind or no sun. We all know that. I have other problems with them. You see, hundreds and thousands of birds get killed by wind turbine every year. And solar has its own problem too. A well-made solar panel has a lifespan of 20 to 25 years. But we heavily use cheap Chinese slave labor-made solar panels which can break within 5 years and spread toxic chemicals like lead, cadmium and chromium. Unlike nuclear waste, they have no half-life and they will not fade away. Besides that, to make these solar or wind farms, we have to clear an area of almost 5,000 square meter land of all vegetations and wildlife. This is a disaster for all these animals which call this area their home. Just imagine this place looks like this because this ice got melted and so these animals lose their home after 20 years. In order not to do that, you turn this into this and so they lost their home now. If renewable farms are destroying the same nature they are supposed to protect, then what's the point of having them? Besides, renewable energy is heavily inefficient. A wind farm can only give us 2.5 watts per square meter, while a nuclear power plant can generate 1000 watts per square meter. There is also another factor that we should consider, that is safety, or let's just call it how unsafe they are. Coal is at the top with 100,000 deaths per petawatt hour, which counts accidents in mining operations to power plant work or any other thing. Oil is at second with 36,000, biomass 24,000 and natural gas at 4,000. Well, these are carbon releasing facilities, so I get it, they are dangerous. But what about renewables? Hydro costs 1400, solar 440, wind 150 approximately, as there are no clear data about this. At least not that one I could find while doing that research. Do you know which one is the bottom of the list as death per petawatt hour? It's nuclear, with just only 90 deaths per petawatt hour. And yeah, that includes Chernobyl, Fukushima Daiichi and 3 Mile Islands accident. I know nuclear is scary as we use nuclear weapons in places like Hiroshima and Bikini Islands. But these are war machines and we are not here to discuss war. And trust me, anything and everything can be used as a weapon to fight war. I know there have been mishaps and people got killed, and by this time just the name nuclear made us worry because of Hollywood. But do you know what else was scary? Flying. More people died in flight accident than that in nuclear power plant accidents. But you will laugh at me if I say don't fly, there might be an accident. The truth is 1 out of a million flight ever has a problem now, which makes flying one of the safest way of transportation. But it was different 80 years ago. During this time, we learned a lot and made flight one of the safest way of transportation. The same goes for nuclear energy too. Back in the 3 Mile Islands and Chernobyl accident, the nuclear energy was also in its infancy. And we screw up here and there, but time has changed and we learned how to build and operate a reactor safely. Since 2012, Germany has hugely invested in renewable energy and said they will shut down all the nuclear power plants by 2022. If the war in Ukraine would not start, then they might have done it by now. Right now, only 6% of their entire energy came from nuclear. On the other hand, France heavily invested in nuclear and they have right now 58 reactors which generate 80% of their total power. If you think renewable has less carbon dioxide, then look at this chart. Germany is emitting almost twice carbon dioxide than France. It also increases Germany's electricity bill. When France have to pay 0.1799 euros per kilowatt hour, Germany pays almost double at 0.3 euros per kilowatt. Germany's energy costs have increased by 50% since they pushed towards renewable. And since the war in Ukraine started and gas line between Germany and Russia is closed, now Germany is freezing and their electric bill is high as hell. A frozen hell, if I have to say.
Okay, I got it, Nalin. Nuclear is the way to go green. But we still have a problem. You see, nuclear energy came with its own problem, that is nuclear wastes, and we have to manage these dangerous wastes. How do you think we do that?
That's a very good point. Nuclear waste is a very important. And I'm going to tell that, but not in this video, as this video is way too big. I will tell you how we manage nuclear waste in the next video. So make sure you press the subscribe button and ring the bell icon.
That's all for today. See you in the next episode.
あらあら、さようなら。